Aloha and welcome to Upside Down Pilates. Today's lesson will focus on our feet. Malia, Lonnie, Eileen, and Herman will be joining us. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and lie down onto our backs. Heels sit bone distance apart. Bring your arms down by your sides, and we'll do some spinal articulation, and then we're going to add in a little trot with our feet today. Take a nice deep inhale in neutral pelvis. Exhale, curl and roll to 12. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings and peel your spine off from the mat. Good, deep breath at the top, and let's roll down as we exhale. Again, pulling the hips away from the shoulders, pulling the head away from the hips, and all the way back into neutral. And go again, deep breath, and exhale, curl, squeeze, and peel your spine, bone by bone off from the mat. Deep breath, and exhale, roll down. This next time we'll stay up. Deep breath, and exhale, curl and roll. Good. Keeping your hips, knees, ribs, and shoulders in one long line. Let's just lift the right heel off from the mat and put it back down. And again, lift the right heel and put it down. And lift the right heel and put it down. Two more, lift the right heel, bring it down. One more, lift the right heel and change to the left. Keep those hips high. Lift the left heel and put it down. Make sure your abdominals are pulled in, and lift the left heel and put it down. Two more, lift the left and down. One more time, lift the left and down. Go ahead, lift the right heel, and now let's change to the left heel. Put the right heel down and switch and switch. And here we go. A 1 and 1 and a 2 and 2 and a 3 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5. Put both heels down, and now let's lift both heels for 5. Lift up 1 and put it down. And 2, keep the neck soft, keep the shoulders wide. 3, put it down. Don't forget to smile. 4, put it down. Last time, 5, put the heels down. Lift the hips a bit more, take a breath, and go ahead and sequence down through your spine. Good, excellent. Go ahead, adjust yourself onto the mat if you need to, backwards a bit. And we're gonna do heel slides. Good. We're gonna lengthen, flex one foot, lengthen it out. We'll point the toe, turn the leg out, turn the leg back in, flex the foot, and then pull the leg back up. Okay? Here we go. Flex the right foot. Pressing to your heel, lengthen the leg out, pull your belly in. Good. Point your toes. Turn your leg out right at the hip socket. Turn the leg back to parallel. Flex the right foot again. Press to the heel and pull back up, keeping your neutral pelvis. And put the foot back down. And again, flex, slide the leg out with a smile, because this is easy. Point your toe. Turn your leg out. Bring it back to parallel. Flex that foot and pull it back in. Nice job, ladies. Flex the right foot. Slide it out, keeping your neutral pelvis. Point your toe. Turn the leg out. Turn the leg to parallel. Flex the foot, press to the heel, pull it back up, and keep those abdominals in, and put that foot down. Changing to the left leg. Flex the left foot. Slide it out. The left is always more exciting. Point the toe. Turn the leg out. Turn it back to parallel. Flex it and pull it back up. Beautiful. And again, flex the left foot. Slide it out. Point the toe. Turn the leg out. Back to parallel. Flex it and pull it back up. One more time. Flex that left. Slide it out. Anchor in the belly as you reach through the heel. Point the toe. Turn the leg out. Turn the leg in, flex it, and pull it back up. Very nice, and rest. All right, let's take a look at the anatomy of our feet. So this is our foot, yeah? And our calcaneus is our heel, and our talus is the bone that sits on top of the calcaneus, like we talked about last time. And down through here, these are our tarsals, and they all have fabulous names. And these here are our metatarsals, and these here are our phalanges, or our toes, okay? You can see the intrinsic muscles of the feet are the muscles that are located inside of the foot, and they don't cross the ankle joint, okay? And these little dots that you see here, the red ones are the origins, and the blue ones are the insertions of the muscles in the feet. And there's a lot of muscles, which we are not going to go through each one of them today. But you can even look on the sole of the foot and see all of the fabulous dots. Those are all where muscles attach. We can dorsiflex, plantarflex. Inversion and eversion happens at the subtalar joint where the talus and the calcaneus articulate. And then pronation and supination are a combination of inversion, eversion, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, and abduction or adduction, which are the other movements that we can do at the ankle joint. So it's a combination of those three going either way. And the muscles of our feet are very important to train because when we're walking, we're pretty much relying on our ligaments to bounce us back and forth. And we don't actually get into training the muscles or strengthening the muscles unless we're running or jumping or doing something challenging like that. So if you sit at your desk all day long and all you do is walk to your car and you don't do any sort of high-level activity, the muscles of your feet never really get fired up. And then you decide that you want to run a marathon one year, and so you go and start training for your marathon, and the muscles of your feet are not strong enough to run because haven't been practiced running for a long time. And then you end up with fallen arches or flat feet, exercise-induced fallen arches or flat feet, or plantar fasciitis, or some sort of bizarre foot problem, simply because you didn't take care of your feet and do any exercises for your feet. So we are going to take some time and learn some fabulous exercises that we can do on a regular basis just to keep our muscles in our feet nice and toned. Alrighty. Let's take a moment and strengthen our feet. One of the best exercises for this is the towel grabs. So the ladies are going to show us what you're going to do is plant your heel down and just grab your towel with your toes and pull it in towards your heel. And as soon as you get it in as far as you can go, then you're going to take your toes and push it back out. And if you haven't been working your feet very much, this is very hard. So just keep giving it a try and push it as far out as you can push it, and then pull it back in. And when you get good at this, you can put little weights on the end of your towels and start dragging the weights in and really pumping up those feet muscles. You have blistering large muscles in your feet hanging out. And let's do one more time, ladies. Pull the towel back in. And now push with your toes and push the towel out. It's like my kitty digging on the ground sometimes. She's so funny. Okay, let's change our leg. Go to the left foot and go ahead and pull the towel in with your toes. And this is something easy you can do while you're watching television or sitting at your desk even typing. Once you get the hang of it, the first few times you might have to think about it quite a bit. And go again, pull it back in. And push it back out. And one more time. Draw it back in. Good. And push it back out. So if you're trying to do this and your toes aren't moving, just keep thinking about it and keep trying. And you may have to go slow. So one of the cueings that I've used is put your toes down. Pull with your toes. Lift it up, push your foot down. Pull with your toes. lift it up, because if your feet are really unfit and they need this exercise, it's going to be much more challenging than what you're seeing happen here. All right, so if that wasn't easy enough for you, let's try an easier one. Well, I'm just kidding. Let's flip and put our heel on now. I made this one up especially for a student who had some foot problems. So you're going to push your heel down, and then you're going to keep your toes where they are and pull your heel to your toes, and then lift back up. And then you're going to try and inchworm the towel all the way up to your toes. And just go as far as you can get it. And again, this is quite a bit more challenging than it looks. So if you're giving this a go and nothing is moving, just keep trying. So, good. And go in and out 3 times. I say do it 3 to 5 times. If you're just starting on moving the towel from your heel, it's possible that you can be very sore in your feet and ankles, so don't do any more than 3 to 5. You can build up and do more later, or add a weight, like I said. Good, let's try the other foot. So bring your heel on, and let's go with my cueing. So put your heel down, pull it in, lift your heel up, put your heel down, pull it in, lift it up, put your heel down, pull it in, lift it up, and put your heel down, pull it in. Let's reverse, put it down, push it out, lift it up, put it down, push it out, lift it up, put it down, push it out, lift it up, put it down, push it out, lift it up. Good, and do 2 more at your own tempo. So pull it all the way in, and then push it all the way out 2 more times. It's very entertaining. You all look fabulous. Good. Great job, ladies. Now we're going to do some exercises that are even more challenging for your feet. I call these parabolas or undercurves. Okay? So what you're going to do is lift your foot up onto the ball. Okay? And you're trying to, while you're here, get your pinky toe and your big toe, both your pinky toe and your big toe down into the ground. And you're actually trying to reach the metatarsal head down into the ground as much as you can. And it might not reach, and that's perfectly fine. Then you're going to imagine that you have a pencil off the back of your heel, and you're actually going to draw little circles with your pencil, or little undercurves or parabolas with your pencil with the back of your heel. And as you do that, you're trying to keep your big toe and your little toe down. So let's go down and around to the right, and down and around to the left, and down and around to the right, and down and around to the left, and down and around to the right, and down and around to the left. One more. Down and around to the right, and down and around to the left. Good. Now we're going to take our pencil and make circles with it. So go down and around to the right and up and over. Down and around to the right and up and over. Down and around to the right and up and over. One more time. Down and around to the right and up and over. Reverse. Down and around to the left and up. Down and around to the left and up. Down and around to the left and up. And down and around to the left and up. Very good. Let's change legs. So go ahead, pick up your left heel nice and high. And again, you're trying to get your big toe and your little toe down and open into the floor. And you're imagining that you have a pencil out the back of your heel, and you're drawing undercurves or parabolas with your pencil. So here we go. Down and around to the left. Down and around to the right. Down and around to the left. And down and around to the right. And down and around around to the left, and down and around to the right. One more, down and around to the left, and down and around to the right. And let's make circles. Down and around and up and over, down and around and up and over, down and around and up and over, down and around and up. Reverse it. Out and around, down and up, out and around, down and up, out and around, down and up, and out and around, down and up. Good. So in the beginning, if you actually have to hold your toes down, that's perfectly fine because this is incredibly challenging, especially when you first start out doing it. Let's flip and do the right leg, and we're just gonna go ball and then push through your toes, push the ball down and lower your heel, okay? Here we go, onto the ball. Push through your toes. Now as you put it down, feel the big toe, little toe touch, and then go down through the center. Onto the ball. Push through your toes. Go down through the center. Let's pause a moment here. When you're lining up, you're trying to line your third toe up with the center of your ankle joint all the way up into your knee. And that will allow the big toe and little toe to reach down equally. Good. And now put the heel down. And go onto the ball. Feel your third toe reach down as well onto the toe. Reach down through the center and put the heel down. One more. And ball onto the toe. Reach it down and down. Very good, and let's change. So let's start with your heel down and go onto the ball. Reach, feel the pinky toe, reach down, feel the center, the third toe, and lower. Reach through the ball, push through, lower down, reach your heel. Push to the ball, push through, reach down, lower down. One more, and ball, reach to the toe, push down, lower down. Good, and rest. Okay, let's go ahead and try some ab and adduction with our toes. Again, this is very exciting, let me tell you. So you can either bring your foot up or reach down, and all you're gonna do is brush the inside of your big toe, and your goal is to move your big toe out through the muscle of the inside of your big toe. So just play with this a little bit, and you can do 3 or 4 of these, but again, if it's very challenging to get it to even move. So you can hold one hand down on these toes and then just keep brushing the inside of your big toe and try and pull your big toe out. Yeah, it's starting to go there. It takes a lot of time and practice to do this, but it's really worth it once you get your muscles in your feet nice and strong. Good. Now let's try the little toe of the same foot, and you can hold these other toes down as much as possible, although the 3 smaller toes will probably go with the pinky toe. So you're gonna brush to the outside and see if you can get that pinky toe to move out a little bit. Good. And it may not move at first, you're just gonna by brushing the outside of the foot, it helps to activate the muscle that we're trying to make move the toe, because sometimes if you don't give it extra pressure from the outside, it has no sensation in there. Good, and let's try the other leg, or the other foot. So just brush the inside of your big toe here. And I've practiced this a bit, so that's why I'm making it look like it's so easy. But I understand, I know how much work it took to be able to do it in the first place. And we're all learning. Excellent. Good. And now let's just try the little toe. And my little toes are much weaker. They've gotten themselves into a funny shape from my dancing. My feet actually look much better than when I performed point all the time. They were deformed, to say say the least. Good, and rest. Good. Thank you so much for joining us for this exciting lesson, and we look forward to seeing you next time when we focus on our elbow. Let's start with some breathing. Seated nice and tall, finding your neutral pelvis where your 2 hip bones and your pubic bone are flat across the top. Your belly is to your back is to your belly. Your ribs are right on top of your hips, and your head is stacked right on top of your shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, exhale, draw the belly to the back and the back to the belly. Inhale taller through your spine, and breath out. 2 more. Deep inhale and exhale. 1 more. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Good. Moving into our pelvic isolations. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Now exhale, pull the belly in and curl your lower back back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, arch your lower back. Inhale, back center. Exhale, round your lower back into imprint. Inhale, center. Exhale, arch the lower back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, pull the belly back. Inhale, center. Exhale, arch the lower back.